So everyone keeps talking about how the NIL has changed college sports into the Wild West, players transferring, getting paid, agents, a lot of chaos going on. But I think this has secretly been the best thing for college sports, especially college basketball. And no one seems to be talking about the talent influx that is happening in college sports. I know it's a little different with college football versus college basketball, but for college basketball, there was lots of opportunities to play elsewhere besides college. It's a global game, a global sport. There's so many different opportunities. I remember LaMelo Ball going to Lithuania or wherever he started his career, but there's a lot of different places that college basketball players could go, and now there really isn't. There's one place. They want to come to the NCAA. They want to play in college. They want an NIL deal, name, image, likeness. They can make money now. They can get a car. They can get the scholarship too, but they'd be on salary and making money. And I think it's the best thing that's happened to the sport. And I know we talk about the NBA, but I think with March Madness, one of the best times of the year for basketball, college basketball happening right now, everyone's making their picks. I think it's important to point out the other side of the coin. Everyone is so frustrated. Oh, these athletes, they're 17, 18 years old making all this money. They haven't earned it. It's Wild West. Everyone's transferring each year, trying to make more money. This is going to ruin the sport. This is going to ruin NCAA athletics. But I don't think that's the case at all, especially in basketball. It seems like they are getting the best talent from around the world, and that didn't used to happen. Looking back throughout history, what would happen if Wembanyama came over and played at Kentucky or Texas? Or Luka, instead of playing for Real Madrid, came over and went to Duke or Kentucky and was making millions of dollars and signed here in America. I think that's what you're seeing, and I think NIL has a huge role to play in this. So, if we look at the upcoming NBA draft, there's a lot of talk about how this is a great draft class, a lot of depth, a lot of really good players. But if you look at the top, it's no international players. No one's really coming from an international team. The only first rounder I saw, projected first rounder, was coming from the New Zealand Breakers in the Australian League. The New Zealand team in the Australian League had one player who's expected to go in the first round. But other than that, no other foreign players. Everyone else is in college. Everyone else is here in America. Everyone who's going to get drafted in the NBA is here in America. And I think that's a big deal. I think with a lot of these sports leagues, the most important thing is get the best talent. Once you have the best talent, then anything is possible. You start bringing guys in and they want more money, they want better agents, they want better facilities. I think this is a good thing for the NCAA. And clearly, if you look over this last year, there's guys in the G League that are trying to join a college team. There's guys from overseas that want to join a college team. There's more opportunity, more money, of course, more NIL deals where they can make money off their social media or their likeness or whatever. And so many people are down about this and think, oh, the college sports is changing, it's worse, it's not as good. And I have to disagree. I think the influx of talent, everyone from all over the world now is coming to America as they did, but it had been changing. You could go to Europe, you could go to Australia, you could go to these other places, but now everyone's looking for deals in college. They can make money, they can get a car, they can get a nice deal while they're still young and be noticed in the American basketball scene. So happy March Madness, and it's an exciting time for basketball, for college basketball, but I think this relates to the NBA and the broader basketball in America. I think the NIL is a good development, and I know so many people are upset and say this sucks, and this kid's going to leave and he thinks he can get $1 million, so now he's going to leave. He's not going to stay at my school. But I think you just got to look at the talent and how many good players are coming to each team, and these big time teams are getting, big time players, and the games are getting even more important. And draft evaluators are looking at these teams in Kentucky and Alabama and Texas and Duke and North Carolina and all these schools that are producing elite talent. I think it's just going to get better and better. They're going to get more players from around the globe and really improve the product. So let me know what you guys think. If you agree, if you disagree, please get in the comments.